Aaron Dillon here, Managing Director of AG Dillon & Co. Here is August 9, 2024's pre-IPO stock update. Revolut, the online bank, has initiated a sale of up to $500 million in existing shares at a $45 billion valuation, positioning it as Europe's most valuable startup. The company has been in the market for some time on this tender, but the valuation is now locked in at the $45 billion mark. Eligible employees representing around 7,000 staff can sell up to 20% of their vested shares at $865.42 per share. The fintech, which recently secured a UK banking license and after a 3-year wait has 9 million customers in the UK and 45 million globally. The valuation also estimates that Nick Sorkowski, stake at nearly $8 billion. In 2023, Revolut reported a pre-tax profit of 430 million pounds, a significant turnaround from the 25 million pound loss in the previous year, with revenues almost doubling to 1.8 billion pounds. Revolut was trading at $15 billion valuation at the beginning of this year, so this $45 billion round is a 200% plus increase in just 8 months' time. Congrats to the secondary market investors that got in at the beginning of this year. Defense tech company Anduril has secured $1.5 billion funding round, pushing its valuation to $14 billion, a significant increase from its previous $10 billion valuation in December of 2023. The company, founded by Palmer Luckey, aims to rival established defense giants like Lockheed Martin and Boeing by leveraging a Silicon Valley approach to accelerate defense production. Anduril's revenue reportedly doubled to $500 million last year, giving it a 28x valuation multiple compared to Lockheed Martin's 1.9x and Boeing's 1.3x. The funding round was co-led by Founders Fund and Sands Capital, with new contributions from Fidelity and Bally Gifford. The investment will support the development of Anduril's Arsenal, that's the name of the manufacturing platform, expanding production space by over 5 million square feet to manufacture tens of thousands of autonomous military systems annually. The Arsenal-1 factory will employ more than 1,500 workers, aiming to hyperscale defense production by focusing on cheaper, mass-produced products. Anduril's rapid growth has attracted significant interest in the defense tech sector, previously seen as difficult to invest in due to long government contracting timelines. Groq, a semiconductor company focused on AI inference chips, raised $640 million in a Series D funding round, boosting its valuation to $2.8 billion. That's a 143% increase from its February 2024 round just 6 months ago. The funding, led by Cisco, Samsung, and BlackRock, will support scaling Groq's token-as-a-service offering and deploying 108,000 language processing units. That's their proprietary chip at Groq by early 2025. Groq aims to challenge NVIDIA's dominance in AI chips, having previously adapted Meta's Llama model to run on its own chips. Character.AI, a custom AI chatbot company, has entered a deal with Google, allowing the tech giant to license its AI technology. As part of the agreement, co-founders Noam Shazer and Daniel DeFritis, along with some team members, will join Google. This is basically an Acqui-hire. The startup's valuation rose to $2.5 billion, up from $1 billion below the $5 billion target discussed last year. Character.AI will continue to operate independently with Dominic Perella as an interim CEO. The company has seen users send 371 million messages to its chatbots and recently introduced voice features. This Acqui-hire model is kind of being used by all big tech firms to circumvent the FCC acquisition blocks. Reddit is acquiring Memorable AI, a generative AI company focused on optimizing AI content, marking Reddit's first acquisition since going public in March. Memorable AI, founded in 2021, uses AI to predict ad effectiveness, enhancing Reddit's advertising capabilities. Reddit, which generates 98% of its revenue from ads, which was $804 million in 2023, plans to integrate Memorable AI's technology to improve ad quality across its platform. The terms of the deal were not announced. JPMorgan Chase has rolled out a generative AI tool, large language model suite, to over 60,000 employees, marking the initial phase of integrating AI across its operations. The tool, built to access external large language models like OpenAI's, assists with tasks such as email writing and document summarization. JPMorgan, with 313,000 employees, sees this technology as pivotal, potentially automating tasks and boosting productivity across its vast operations, including its global payments business, which moves over $8 trillion daily. The bank aims to avoid dependency on any single AI model provider. Ola Electric Mobility, an Indian electric scooter company, surged 20% on its IPO. The company raised $731 million in India's largest IPO since May of 2022. The company, backed by SoftBank, is now valued at $4.8 billion. In the last fiscal year, Ola Electric's revenue grew 90% to $603 million, despite a net loss of $191 million. The company delivered about 330,000 electric scooters, more than doubling its previous year's sales. Proceeds will fund capital expenditures and R&D. Congrats to the Ola team and investors. All right, let's look at pre-IPO stock performance as of August 5, 2024. Up this week, Wiz was up 41%, Revolut's up 8.4%, Neuralink's up 5.1%, Anduril's up 5%, and CoreWeave's up 4.9%. Down this week, Acqui-hires down 3.6%, Discord's down 2.7%, Groq's down 2.4%, Klarna's down 2.1%, and Cohere's down 1.2%. Top valuations: ByteDance at $286 billion, SpaceX at $212 billion, OpenAI is at $106 billion, and Stripe's at $87 billion, and Revolut's at $45 billion. See more current valuation, revenue multiples, and performance data at agdillon.com/reports. Okay, let's look at performance for the AG Dillon pre-IPO stock vintage indexes as of August 5, 2024. 2024 vintage index top contributors since inception: Revolut's up 201%, Rippling's up 114%, Anduril's up 65%, Klarna's up 37%, and Epic Games up 34%. There are no detractors in the 2024 vintage index. Key metric averages for vintage index is 5 years old or older. It's a 451% cumulative return since inception. 60% of that has been realized or distributed to investors. Here's the hardcore VC metrics at 5.51 TVPI, 3.31 DPI, and 2.20 RVPI, 4.1 years to quote-unquote return the fund. To see summary and annual vintage specific data for the last 20 years and fact sheets for the AG Dillon pre-IPO stock vintage indexes, please visit agdillon.com/index. Okay, that's it for me this week. If you have any pre-IPO stock research needs, please reach out. Thanks, and see you all next week.